So I realized that I have kind of done a disservice because I talk about how hard the work is and I talk about how important the work is, but I have not talked about how doing the work and the process and the journey itself can just really suck. Because the truth is that when you dive into doing this work, becoming more self-aware, you dive into the journey, initially you're really excited because you're ready to make a change. And initially it feels really good because you're becoming aware of certain things and it feels like you're kind of waking up. And then it starts to suck. People, they do all this work, they start new habits, and they change things up and they journal, meditate, do yoga, whatever it is, work with a coach, and then they stop. And they don't stop because it's not working, they stop because it is working. Because the truth is that when you become more self-aware of how you talk to yourself, how you let others talk to you, how you maintain your body, your home, your bank account, the more self-aware you become, the more you can't outrun it. And you're going to start paying attention to it all the time. It's like when you buy a blue car and then suddenly there are just so many blue cars, like it gets pushed to the front of your brain. So it sucks because your realization, it outpaces your ability to change, which is fine. Because truthfully, it takes you as a consumer 7 times to see something for you to take action on it. So of course, it's going to take probably 7 times 7 times 7 to make a change on something that is ingrained within you. Making a change faster is not the problem. The problem is that as you become aware, you start to realize that this stuff just sucks and you wanna go back. And you want to stop, and you want to just, as much as you didn't like who you are or how life was when you were blissfully naive or ignorant, becoming aware makes you realize that maybe it wasn't that bad, except you will never be able to go back. If you try, you will actually just become more depressed. So I needed to say this for anybody who's thinking about working with me, anybody who's thinking about working with anybody else, anybody who is thinking about just getting into this process and doing better and whatnot. It's going to suck, not because it doesn't work, but because it will. And it will not be fun for a period of time. And learning yourself will be great and the best blessing that you can ever ask for, but it will not be fun all the time. Heck, I have been doing this for years and I still have moments where I'm like, man, I wish I wasn't aware of how I do this, because that sucks, because I'm still doing it and I don't want to be anymore. So when you make the commitment to yourself to become more self-aware and dive into this process, please just remind yourself that it is the same as when you decide to start working out, right? You are going to be excited. You're going to do your first workout, your first week, your first month, woo! And then you're going to probably pull a muscle and you're going to be in pain. And you're going to be like, I remember when I never pulled muscles when I didn't work out. This is what that is. So it will be okay, but prepare yourself because this is monster work.